So let's talk. So last week I posted a Let's Talk with Miticus video, which I really actually enjoyed sitting down and kind of just getting in front of the camera and talking to you guys. It seemed to get some positive reception, so I kind of wanted to do the same thing this week and just kind of see where it went. So it's kind of just going to be a spontaneous. I'm going to be rambling about certain topics. I don't even have anything written or scripted out, so I don't even know where we're going to go with this. We'll kind of just see where the road takes us. I'm going to try to keep it around 15 minutes and see if that's possible. So we'll see. But mostly I just want to try to get closer with the audience and make you feel more in tune with the channel. So the first thing I want to talk about is the current APA season, since that's pretty much what you guys know me for. And so I don't want to sway too far from that. I do want to focus mostly on league battles and mostly concentrate on the APA. So, it is season 5 of the APA, and currently, right now, the Boston Beadrils are 0-3. So that's not very good. I thought we had a really good team for the first trimester, I guess. I guess that's what you would call it, first trimester of the league. But currently right now, again, 0-3. So either the team's bad or I'm bad, or it's a combination of both. I think the team's good, so that kind of leads it all on this guy right here. And that's okay. I'm used to losing. My record is overall like terrible garbage for like the history of the APA, so I'm cool with that. It's kind of just it's my comfort zone at this point, being in the hole like that. So in a couple of days we're actually going to be unveiling the draft 2 for the APA, and that's going to be pretty interesting. I've gotten some feedback from some people who think that this team is more well-rounded. It may not have as many threats to it, but it's more well-rounded. And I've definitely got some power, don't get me wrong. There's definitely power there, but I also have some needed bulk that I was kind of missing in my previous team. So you'll be able to see that pretty soon. I think that's March 17th. That's going to be Sunday. So that's exciting. What else is going on this week or over the next 2 weeks? Because I don't know if this will be a weekly thing, so I don't mind talking about things a little bit further in the future. I got a birthday next week. That's pretty exciting. I'll be turning 28, March 18th. So that's, yeah, guys, that's crazy. 28 years old. Can you believe that? I mean, I don't know. I guess you probably can, but I, for one, can't. This is 10 years since I graduated high school. Our high school is having a 10-year reunion sometime in like May or June. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited to go and see some people I went to school with. So that's exciting. 28. That's a big number, isn't it? Jeez. I think like the more you say it out loud, the more you're like, holy crap! I'm almost 30 years old and I'm still playing Pokemon like I was doing when I was like 7. Not that that's a bad thing by any means, but it's weird how, when you're younger, 7 or 8 years old, and if you could like put yourself 20 years into the future, I think like internally at like 7 or 8 years old, you're like hoping that you're still playing video games and you're still playing Pokemon and Nintendo's still putting out Pokemon games. But for it to be a reality, that's actually really cool. To know that I've followed this franchise since it first came out. My first game was Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Color. I don't think I ever had the Pocket, but I had the Game Boy Color. It was a green Game Boy Color, and I had Pokemon Fire Red, and I played it, and I had the strategy guide, and I would go to bed at night, and take my Game Boy with a little curly tail light that kind of shifted over on top of the screen, where it would beam down this one singular light right in the middle of the screen, and everything else would kind of be a little bit more dimmer. And so you really had to make sure it was like fitted just perfectly so you could see everything. And I mean, I would just play all night long. I mean, probably until like, and at my age, 2 or 3 in the morning was pretty late. I mean, heck, at my age right now, it's pretty late. But knowing that I had school the next day, like, you know, I was in elementary school or middle school, staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning playing Pokemon. I mean, that's commitment, right? I mean, that's crazy. And I was always the kind of kid that no matter what time I went to bed, I got up, you know, right when my alarm went off or right when my parents were to wake me up. I wasn't one of those kids that were like, oh, I'm going to sleep, I'm skipping school. I was one of the guys that I got up. I enjoyed going to school for the most part. So, yeah, like 20 years, man, 20 years. So, I've seen everything in Pokemon. I've followed every single generation except for probably the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. That's pretty much the only generation I missed out on because Black and White was after that, and I got that game. And before that was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and I got those games. So the only generation I really missed out on was Platinum, Pearl, and Diamond. And I actually still haven't beaten those games, so might be something I do in the future that I'll kind of think about it. But the remakes may be coming, next year? So that could be kind of interesting as well. That's a good soda, guys. That's a very good soda. So yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Okay, so, but yeah, I remember being again young, preteen, and staying up all night long, and I would just have my Game Boy on. And a particular instance I remember is getting to Cinnabar Island and knowing that I was just like so very close to beating the game or getting all 8 gym badges, and getting into that little factory where the fire type Pokemon are beside the gym. And I just remember not wanting but needing to beat that area before I went to bed. And I remember my battery dying and I didn't have any new batteries, so I'm sure you can relate to this. I went searching through the house to try to find something with AA batteries. Typically it always ended up being the remote control for the TV in like the living room, and I would always forget to put them back. So like the next day or two, I would always hear somebody like trying to figure out where the batteries went, and it was me. I was guilty. Typically didn't get in too much trouble, but they weren't happy about it either. So yeah, little tangent there, guys. A little nostalgia crept in on me. Got a little off track there, but so APA will have Draft 2 revealed March 17th, and then sometime in April we'll have Draft 3 revealed, and if we make the playoffs, then we'll have a playoff team reveal. Again, it's looking a little rocky for the playoffs, but hopefully we can pull out some magic. Win this week against A-Drive. Then we have Geo, Gator, K-Cray, and Mewtwo fan Nate, I believe. That is my next 5 battles, and then I don't know the last 4 because we don't actually reveal the schedule until that particular draft is finished, because then you could counter team the people that you're playing, and that's not cool. So we always wait to generate the schedules until after that draft. What else is going on? So APA Showdown, if you keep up with it, it's doing pretty well. Let me just go over to that server real quick and kind of just tell you what's going on. Okay, so there's some cool things going on over here. We have the main league, which is a few weeks from finishing up. That seems to be going well for most people. Not myself, I haven't won yet, but in this league, I usually just kind of build fun sets that I feel are fun, and then just try to do something cool in the matches. I just enjoy being in that community and hanging out with guys, and I don't put any kind of prep work into it, and that might make people mad, I don't know, but I don't put any prep work into it. It's not that I don't take it serious. It's just like I don't have a lot of time to commit to team building for 2 leagues. So, and honestly, I don't care too much about showdown battles, to be honest. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but as far as like being try hard about them, I don't care much about it. Plus, in the main league, there's some extremely talented people in there, and I think even if I did prep, I would probably still have the same record I do now. I might have another win, might have 1 win, might have 2, but it still wouldn't be worth putting the time and the effort into actually prepping. What else is going on? We just had a Little Cup champion named for our Little Cup variation in Showdown. Silver Seraph, congratulations, man. That was awesome. Congratulations to you. He beat Panther 2 in the championship, so that's awesome. We have what we call APA Evolution starting very soon. I think the draft is finished and the battles may have started already. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we got some pretty cool guys in there, all very, very known for battling skillfully in there. So that's really cool that we have that variation going on. We have something called Indigo, which is kind of our D League for Showdown. So that's pretty interesting. And that might be it. Little Cup seems to be starting back up already. Sounds just like Panther to end one season, go straight into the next. I swear, the dude would like draft 2 months in advance if he could for his next season in whatever league it is. And I think he's getting a little burnt out here lately, but he is all about getting on to the next season, like as soon as possible. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he keeps up with all these different leagues, because not only does he have all this APA stuff going on, he also has joined like the BBL, and he might be even part of another league that I'm not aware of. I don't know how he does it personally, because there's no way I would feel so suffocated if I had all that stuff going on, and especially because I don't even like prep hard for like my showdown matches or anything like that. I know him. He's prepping for every single battle, probably pretty intently. So, again, props to him. I don't know how he does it. I know I couldn't do it, and I don't want to do it. I don't want the ability to be able to do that, because I think I would just be super unhappy only because I know I'd be like losing the majority of it. If I was winning, sure, that's probably a whole different scenario, but I could not take losing that much. That would conquer me. What else is going on? It looks like we have some events coming up soon, so make sure you are looking ahead for that. It's going to be some APA stuff that should be announced fairly soon, but I'm not actually sure if I'm allowed to say anything about it, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on it. And then one thing I will say, and it may have been announced already and it may not have been, let's see, the 18th. Okay, so I think it's okay to talk about this. APA is starting again, Panther and his leagues, a brand new variation. It's APA Academy, and it's going to be pretty much a D League for our Wi-Fi variation. So we have APA Showdown Main, we have APA Indigo, we have APA Wi-Fi, and then we have APA Academy. So the APA brand is just consistently and constantly expanding and branching out further and further. Hopefully being able to encompass as many people as we can. Because I mean, we like growing our family. We want to make sure that everybody has a place in the APA if you want a place in the APA. And we have all sorts of places that you can fit in. So that's super cool. So yeah, it's been about 15 minutes now. Might be a good time to talk about a few more things and then kind of head on out. Man, Fanta orange soda is like legit, for real. And I don't even like soda that much, but orange soda is delicious. Let's take a little side road here. Did y'all ever watch Kenan and Kel? Kenan and Kel was one of my favorite TV shows growing up. It was on Nickelodeon. It was like Nick at Night on Saturdays, I believe. no, not Nick at Night. It was Snick, and it was on like Saturday nights or Friday nights, one or the other. And it had like the new episodes of Rugrats, the new episodes of the Wild Thornberries, and then like later on it got to like the non-cartoon shows. So you had like Clarissa Explains It All of that. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Kenan and Kel. What else was on there? There's so many good things. Drake and Josh may have been on there, but I don't remember. But anyway, where I was going with that, Orange Soda. If y'all have seen Kenan and Kel, you know where I'm going with this. But Kel loved Orange Soda. He loved Orange Soda. But one of my favorite shows, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen it or not. If you haven't, you can probably go on YouTube and find like full episodes on it. Not 100% sure on that, but you can find it somewhere. And if you've never seen Kenan and Kel, or even if you have, go refresh yourself on how amazing it was. Because I've watched it recently, and it's still as good today as it was back then. It's just lighthearted humor that a lot of the stuff I don't think would be acceptable in today's environment, but back then they were a little less strict on their kids programming, and I love it. It was great. I didn't care much for all that. I didn't care much for there's a few other things I didn't care much for, like Ren and Stimpy, All Real Monsters, a couple things like that. But I really liked Clarissa Explains It All. It had Melissa Joan Hart before she went to Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And then it had obviously Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh was like the new evolution of Kenan and Kel. Drake and Josh were brothers, Kenan and Kel were friends, but it was like that same parallel. It was just like probably 10 years in the future. Maybe not that far. Probably wasn't that far, actually. Probably like 5. Now that I kind of really think about it. So wow. Went from Pokemon to Nickelodeon. Okay. So we're doing good. We're doing good here. So yeah, you gotta check that out because it's awesome. Especially if you're younger, and you appreciate good comedy. Now, it's not raunchy comedy by any means. It's on Nickelodeon, but it's good comedy, to be clean comedy. Again, I still really, really enjoy it to this day. Same with Drake and Josh. If you go and watch Drake and Josh, in every episode, you're probably going to laugh. There's going to be some parts that are a little corny, but it's a kids program, so you're going to expect a little bit of corniness. God, a show I really hated growing up, Amanda's Show. That show sucked. I hated it. It was so corny. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this tangent on old school Nickelodeon shows, but went down a childhood road there. I need to turn back around and come back to adulthood here, I guess. About to turn 30 years old, guys. No, 2 years. 2 years. Okay. All right, guys. It's been 18 minutes, and I'm gonna head on out of here. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Talk with Miticus, and if you did, if you liked it, hit the like button because I appreciate that. And if you didn't like it, then just click the X button. We want to ignore that thing right here. We want to avoid that. Comment below. Let me know. Did you watch Kenan and Kel or Drake and Josh? What did you think about it? Do you remember a particular episode that you really loved? Tell me about it. I want to see if I remember it as well. The APA. Are you part of the APA? Are you part of the Showdown variation? What league are you participating in the Showdown variation? There's so many people in the APA now in the Showdown server. Like, I don't even know some of you guys. So if you're in there, like, say hey below. Let me know what league you're in, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. I don't spend a ton of time in the Showdown server, not as much as I used to. 'Cause I just stay very busy with other things. That's kind of Panther's place now. He kind of rules the streets there, but I'd still love to hear from you. Do you like orange soda? And if you do you like Sunkist orange soda? Do you like Fanta orange soda? Do you like off-brand orange soda? Like, what kind of orange soda do you like? Do you not like orange soda? Are you more of a grape soda kind of guy or girl? Or do you not like flavored sodas? I have a friend who doesn't like any kind of flavored sodas as far as like fruit flavors, like orange or grape, or like, I guess, your cherry sodas and things like that. Strictly like regular sodas. I myself love flavored sodas. I think they're fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here with that because I've spent 20 minutes blabbering on, and at least I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, but March 18th, draft analysis. No, March 17th, draft analysis number 2 is going up. Friday, my team builder for A drive is going up. Saturday, my battle with A drive is going up. Again, the next day, the 17th, will be the draft 2 analysis, and then March 18th is my birthday. So if you want to hit the like button just to tell me happy birthday, that's a great birthday present. Or subscribe, or comment, or all three. I'm not going to complain if you do all three. I'm not. I'm going to actually enjoy that quite a bit. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here this time. I'm going to go to bed. It's 9:30 at night, and I need to be hitting the pillow pretty soon. All right, guys, see you later. Peace.